and this is the draft regeneration vision for Portchester. And we've got two councillors who've asked if they can speak on this, so if they'd both like to come forward, the order in which to receive, Councillor Walker and Councillor Cunningham. So if you'd like to come and join us, and Councillor Evans, if you'd like to introduce the item, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll take a little bit of time, if I may, going through this. This is an important leading into rewriting of our plan. If I can start off first of all, a little bit of explanatory background. I think, as everyone's aware, we are in the process of writing a new borough plan, and the driving imperative of it is to show how and when and where we will meet our housing and employment requirements through to 2036. And a key and very fundamental aspect of this is to examine and determine to what extent and how those needs can be met from within the existing urban boundary, i.e. existing brownfield sites. And when we were developing our overall approach to this plan rewrite, we identified the town centre and Portchester district centre as two specific areas where there could be some existing urban area redevelopment. We established member working groups to consider and discuss the different opportunities that might exist, the likelihood of deliverability and various ancillary aspects associated with that. Now, that sort of in-depth review must include some thought about sustainability and opportunities and impacts into the existing area in terms of its use, and to think about what could be achieved because of or alongside any redevelopment, and the longer-term needs for support, such as, for example, car parking, a very important element when we're looking at these sort of aspects. In the case of Portchester District Centre, we were aware of changing shopping trends. I guess we're all aware of those and the impacts they're having on shopping centres. We're aware of the fact that the centre itself was probably trading beneath or below its possible level of trading. And of course we had not too long ago approved the new Little store, where we did have a retail report which indicated that it would result in the loss of some trade into the Portchester centre. So some of the ancillary thinking was about how the centre could become more attractive for local residents to visit, i.e. for local residents to visit and to spend some money to maintain the viability of the centre. So this has been an exercise which is not simply focused on planning issues, but can also have aspects of corporate vision with a more wide-ranging perspective. So if I come to the document itself, the document we got before us this evening brings together in summary form the results of the member working group discussions as a draft regeneration vision for Portchester District Centre. And I guess here and now I should thank the member working group for the manner in which they approached the tasks, sometimes with some very vigorous discussion, and most times, although I may hear differently in a minute, most times with agreement on the direction that we were talking about. If approved tonight, we will undertake full public consultation on the directional intentions and desires of that document over late January, early February, leading to a final vision document to be produced in the late summer. And that document will then feed into both the emerging borough plan and the corporate vision directions. And worth noting that there will be a very similar document produced for the Fareham Town Centre review, and I'm hopeful that will come to the executive next month for consideration. Now, if we look at the structure of the document, we have taken considerable care to produce an easily readable and very understandable document with the use of graphics to emphasise and enhance the various points, trying to reduce the words as much as we possibly can whilst they still retain their meaning and intent. And I think I would like to make the point and pay tribute to that. This has been entirely designed and produced by our own staff, who I think have done a really tremendous job in producing the document with this quality. The document itself focuses on 5 key areas. First of all, car parking. We can go into that if we get some questions. Secondly, redevelopment in the area, and here we have informally met with and reviewed with some of the landowners to see what development opportunities might be possible. The visual appearance in terms of improving the attractiveness of the centre to users, and we're working here in the main with Hampshire County Council, who, although not everyone realises it, do own and manage most of the open central areas. So we've been talking to the county in terms of ways to improve gateway entrances, repave the precinct surface, consider removal of the large trees, improve pedestrian routes from the car parks, and examine ways that street furniture could be utilised. The other element looks at events and activities. What could be done to strengthen the market? What could be done in terms of activities to attract more footfall? And then finally, the shopping experience. And here we would need to encourage local shops and businesses to improve their shop fronts. New canopies would go down a great deal in terms of improving the overall appearance. Some of the shop fronts have an awful lot of clutter in front of them. If we remove some of that, it will make it much more attractive. And in terms of what they might offer customers. And throughout the report, you will have noted, I hope, that there is very clear recognition and emphasis of the Council's role in bringing all the players together to achieve change. The Council has no ownership in the centre apart from the public car parks. Neither, unless I'm corrected this evening, neither, I believe, does it have a magic approach full of money and a never-ending supply. So change will not be achieved overnight. Change will need support of the landowners and the shop owners and businesses, and it will need the local community to use the centre. Now the next steps, the first one, hopefully the Executive will approve this draft vision this evening. We will then go out to a full public consultation. We're going to have a breakfast event with the local businesses. We will have a stall in the market, static displays in public areas, and online comic clip of the facilities, etc. And the intention to have a final vision report taking into account some of the comments we've received in the late summer. And then, as I said earlier, that will then input to the emerging borough plan and the corporate vision document. So I'll answer the questions from the two deputies in front of us. Very happy to take questions and